So
Yeah.
Because it's too much. Okay, so strategist Jeff the Land. What's this fun though? I'll probably try to bring out tomorrow before I show on Patreon. Jeff the Land Shark. Jeff's kit gets a fantastic rework. Oh my god. More frontal support and combat ability with less survivability. Hold on, time out. What the?
Yeah,
it sounds like the rocket nerf, rocket rework they did last time.
Oh, see, the rocket. Well, no, the rocket rework was just his ult.
In short, Rocket's whole he got less dashes and he could heal more. But then
yeah, but he's still relatively the same character. Spoilers: Jeff is borderline a new character.
Hold on, I'm serious. Okay, hold on. Add a new effect to Joyful Splash. Now also deals damage to enemies at 70 per second. And can heal allies through. Whoa, okay, hold on. Let me get Jeff out. Let me get the whole boy out right now. What the this happened, bro? Okay,
Jeff is an entirely new character now.
Yeah, so Cole, I don't know if you were playing during this time. Did you play the Jeff Winter game?
No.
During season 0. Okay, well in the Jeff Winter game, so you know his regular water stream, and you just shoot water at people.
Yes.
No, yeah, you're just shooting water.
Yes.
In the Jeff Winter game, that also did damage. So basically what they're doing is they're making Jeff now like the winter version. So now the water stream does 70 damage a second and heals people 150 damage a second.
Yeah.
But they also say it heals through. So you're actually going through teammates and allies and enemies.
Well, healing through allies has always been a thing. That's always been how it works.
No, I mean enemies.
Yeah, it's just whatever gets wet gets the effect.
Yeah.
So if I do this and I'm Jeff, I'm actually not only healing my teammate, but I'm also damaging the guy.
If any enemies are in that same distance, yeah, you'd be healing your guy and damaging the robot.
Yeah. It's a little unclear, but I think if I understand correctly, if you're damaging an enemy, that actually will stop that portion of the stream.
No, they adjust that in the video. It just goes through everybody.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yep.
So if I do this, for example, this whole pass, I'm actually not only healing enemies, healing allies, but also enemies are getting damaged.
Oh, right.
Freaky shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yep.
Shit right now.
If you're doing that, if you're doing that, not a lot's gonna happen because you're not getting sustained. But yeah.
Yeah. Let me see here. So, that sounds busted as fuck. Okay. Oh shit. Fuck. No.
Yeah. So now. Yeah. So now.
So real quick. Hold on. Let me read this. So real quick.
So now his main attack is just to do everything.
Yeah, not to do everything. Right. Exactly. So, add a new effect to Joyful Splash. Now also deals damage to enemies at 70 damage per second. Can heal allies through other allies and enemies. Damage fall off starts. Oh, yeah, damage fall off for this one. Starts at 20 meters. Oh, damn. Okay. At a maximum of 60% to 40. Reduces healing per second from. So he heals less, but now he does damage from 150 to 120 per second. Okay.
Right. So right now, right now he deals 150 per second. Now he's doing 130, and his damage has a very, very sharp drop off. To be fair, 20 meters
sharp.
is short.
Yeah, short. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay. Change Aqua Burst to a charge ability. Maximum of 3 charges per charge. New effect: direct hits now launch enemies up. Increases spell field damage from 40 to 45. Wait. Okay, what the fuck
All right, so what this is, so Aqua Burst was his right click or the alt fire for Jeff. It's what people use for DPS, Jeff.
Yes, yeah. Oh, okay.
So yeah, so now you only get 3 of those at a time. It no longer has ammo because you can hold 12 there and spam 12. Now you get 3, and they're on 3-second cooldowns to recharge 1. But what they do now is that they
knock up.
Yeah, they're gonna do 45 damage, and they're gonna do knock up. So the first robot, it's gonna do what the bubbles do. If you shoot a bubble at an enemy, it'll knock them up.
It knocks them up, yes.
So now the Aqua Burst does that, not the bubble.
The homeboy wanna fucking do something?
You have to pick it up.
What do you mean? Okay. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to. Oh, you have to touch the. Yeah, you have to touch.
Yeah, you have to touch the bubble. When the bubble, yeah, when the bubble pops, it moves people.
Okay, so you're saying that when it comes to let me just again. So change Aqua Burst to a charge ability, max of 3, kind of like Spider-Man's uppercut, or like Thor Force a little bit.
Yeah.
New effect: direct hits now launch enemies up, increases spell field damage. So you only get 3 of these motherfuckers,
right? And they only now, and they do 5 more damage AOE. So they still do a fuckload of damage.
But they just killed DPS Jeff like big time. Like yo, get the fuck
They made him.
Good.
They made him more of a healer, which you'll see more as you keep reading.
Good. Because I'm tired of DPS Jeff. Tired of nigga, bro. Holy shit. Hold on.
Yeah, they took a.
Because like what you see is like sometimes like and it was devious work. What you see sometimes that Jeffs will actually wait at your spawn, and then they would spawn camp the other healers and just kill them, because they could just go in and out of fucking Fin. Actually, no, let me see here. Did they change Fin form? Hold on, whoa. Change the effective healing bubble from one-time healing. Oh, wow. To healing over time. Increases health amount from the previous instant to 85 to 120 over 4 seconds. Oh, like imagine this fucking healing leaf. Reduces max charge from 6 to 3. So you're gonna do 3 of those bubbles, and removes enemy launch of effect. So it no longer does it actually send it, because your attacks do that, like those regular shots do the Aqua Burst. But you have 3 bubbles, but now they get healed more over time. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, right. Well, but do note, instead of it being 80 immediately, it's 120 over 4 seconds,
right.
which only getting, which means you're only getting 30 every second. So
fair, but you have 3 of those, and then also
and they still, it doesn't say here, but they still give you the speed bonus also.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Oh, nice. Okay, bad.
Yeah.
And then we have okay, here we go. Add a new effect to hide and seek. Please tell me you can kill this guy. It now has an energy clamp. The fuck? Oh, energy cap. I'm sorry, not clamp. Yeah. Max is 120. It drains.
You can't swim forever anymore.
Yeah, you can't swim forever like a bitch. You can't just go forever. Yeah. You just can't. Oh, I love it.
He can only be under. He can only be under. He can only be underground now for 6 seconds. And
Jeff Main's in shambles.
And to get the full thing back, because notice it's depreciative, so it's 20 energy a second underground, but only 15 a second to recover.
Yep.
So it actually takes him like 7 seconds to get his full energy bar back, or no, like 8 seconds.
Yeah.
So you just can't spawn camp like this, waiting by someone spawn.
Yeah.
Pop out and show niggas and be a boom, boom. yeah.
Pop out.
Da.
Certified boogeyman on the one is up.
Yeah. Fuck you. Oh, this is cute as fuck, but nah, he's a menace. Okay, Jeff is actually a demon. Low key. But it looks like you can only so you have an energy cap of 120 that drains by 20s per second while submerged, and restores 15 when not. It's Jeff's. Okay, so Jeff does get a fucking nerf for survivability. That's like a giga nerf for survivability. He just can't, but to be fair, okay, Jeff I think is the most survivable character in the game by far and away right now.
Oh shit!
Like just how Spider-Man is the best character in the game by far. Jeff he can survive damn near anything because of that fucking swim thing. Like you can have.
Are you watching Cole's stream?
I can. Why? What's up?
They added a line to Jeff's buffs and nerfs.
Okay,
that wasn't there when we read this hours ago.
Wait, what?
Let me do that. All right. Jeff's ultimate ability, Overflow, healing on swallowing allies, now grants 45 health per second as bonus health, up to 150. Okay, so actually now Jeff can heal now whenever he swallows allies. Increases the damage reduction received when taking a critical hit from what? Oh shit! So it actually negates
Jeff
more.
Has a passive where
Jeff has a passive where he takes.
Oh yeah, that was. Well, yeah, but you have to remember half of his body is a head.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because Yeah, the way critical damage in this game is a ×2 multiplier. For Jeff, it was
Yeah.
only a 1.5 multiplier.
Yeah, which
And then-
essentially means, hey, bro, give us MODOK.
Yeah, that
Fuck
I didn't
it.
know. That I did
Give
not
us
know.
MODOK.
Yeah, that I did
Fuck
not know.
it.
But okay, that makes sense.
And then the
And
last,
the last
line,
thing here, increase the energy cost of Jeff's ultimate ability.
Yeah, that's new.
From
That's
4,000 to 4,500. So it takes him a
That
longer
line-
time to actually get his ability back.
That line was not there. when
That's
we
interesting.
read this hours ago.
That wasn't there earlier. That's funny.
To
By
be
the way,
fair, his
Chad,
ult-
listen, I've been talking to these guys for a minute now, and guess what? Jeff is still in the shark form. I haven't moved. But now it can't happen anymore. I just can't chill for like 40 minutes in this fin form. You know what I'm saying? Demon.
I will
Yeah.
say that them increasing his cost probably had to happen because people probably don't realize this because they're too busy playing DPS Jeff. I don't think people understand how quickly Jeff can get his ultimate when using
Yes.
the water. So now the water
Yes.
becomes his main combat thing of damaging you and healing.
Right.
So,
Right. So
because people are
now,
gonna have to-
when you're playing
because
Jeff,
people
you have to
are
know how to
joyful
actually
splash
do
now. Yeah, they
have
have
to
to
actually-
increase his energy cost.
They have to, of course, because now Jeff, he has to actually be one of the few characters that actually do. He has to do what M Frost mains have to do, like us. So you have to actually know how to track people now in order to be damage effective, which is a whole new thing for Jeff guys, because you never really had to do that outside of healing.
Yeah.
But for damage, it's a bit different. Like, holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's interesting that you noted that, like, yeah, DPS Jeff is going to have a significant problem now,
Yes.
because the little other thing that might not be as heavily noted, because it's just like, oh my god, he's got 2 new team ups. He lost the Luna one though. That's a
He
big
did,
deal
and
for
that
DPS
actually,
Jeffs.
Yeah, because it actually slows down whenever he fires those projectiles. But he lost that. Now you have the storm thing, but the storm thing, honestly, yeah, I think we said before that you may not even kill through that, honestly, because you're sucking it in. You do get spit. Yeah, fair enough. You do get flunked farther. Fair enough, I mean,
we'll have to see it in practice how that one actually works. I don't know, but even if it's good, that only applies to the ult. And then
Yes.
the Venom one is purely defensive.
Yes. And mind you, so like and now that Jeff's ultimate actually is a healing ultimate too, you're actually if you cannot swallow your team when you're doing the storm combo, you actually lose the healing effects of Jeff's ult for number 1 for safety. And then number 2 is that holy shit, you're using 2 ultimates for something that's probably less effective than 1, which is kind of crazy. It's a cool meme, but it may not be as effective as the original, which is like crazy. Like as a Storm player, it's like, well, do I really want to combo this nigga if he's gonna do less damage for my ult? It seems, iffy. Like I wouldn't want to do that if it does less damage, honestly. Okay, let's see this Drift for Kid rework real quick. Cute. Not bad. He can sustain through a Punisher. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, this stream is going to be super important. His primary is actually like massively
Hey, you know
important now
what?
for his character. It's disgusting.
Hey, you know what? Hold on a second.
Uh,
Rewind.
where are we going?
Did his water put out Johnny's fire?
No.
No,
I'm being
it just can't.
dead-ass.
No, yeah, no, didn't. I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
No, that makes sense.
No, his fire goes away quicker than you.
Yeah, though it does make sense though. If I'm keeping stack, that'd be kind of like a cool feature if they actually did that.
Also, again, remember what I said. Look how quickly his ultimate bar is charging, by the way. It's at 8%. It's at 8% right. Oh, the next one. It's at 8%. And just watch what happens.
Okay. Christ.
That's going on.
So you very likely have not been paying attention to what people on the internet have been saying. I don't know what everybody has been saying, but there is definitely a very loud group of people that are like, they destroyed character, which I don't know. I could definitely see this going either way.
They destroyed a certain playstyle. And I'll scheme on this too. Like they're in a particular choke. Just keep that in mind, okay? Like they're in a choke.
Yeah, that's the other
Where,
thing.
like,
Do note,
yeah.
Just like how character trailers, like for example, that Ultron trailer from earlier, the exact same thing here. Always remember, these trailers are very intentionally designed to make the character look very good.
Exactamundo. Yes, exactly. So hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
It's still a very gross ultimate chart. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so.
Yeah,
Alright, so
I was saying just a second ago is that I think that for like the first like little period of time after this comes out, I think most people are probably going to either not get it or hate the changes that happened to Jeff, and it's probably going to be a little bit before people are really going to get used to it, regardless of if they're good.
Yeah, because I feel like people aren't used to Jeff being just a dedicated support healer, and because like you can't play the way, of course, but most people don't. A lot of folks that play Jeff, they definitely like Jeff to be way more aggressive, and they play like the whole flanking attack Jeff. Jeff is also, again, he's also very survivable. He can do whatever he wants to, but also like as a attack player, you're used to like letting Jeff kind of just skirt on by because you just can't kill him. But now because he has a timer in that swim form, now you're like way more incentivized to actually try and take out a Jeff because you can kill him now. You can kill Jeff, which is great. So it makes him more fair amounts because again, he was just too survivable. Now they just need to nerf Spider-Man speed, and that's it. We should be fine. Okay, here we go. Okay, but either way, so. And by the way, yes, if you're wondering, Chav, I haven't touched a single thing. I'm still chilling this goddamn wall. All right, so Thor. By Odin's beard, Thor's abilities are getting a tweak, but his survivability is taking a minor hit. The fuck?
Well, let's see.
So adjust the hammer throw ability effect as a.
This is what I said. Yeah, this is what I said. I don't know if you're gonna like this or not.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I like this shit because I never use the hammer throw. No one ever uses the hammer throw. I played Thor a fuck ton, and I rarely use the hammer throw. That shit's ass. Hold on. Remove the Thor Force cost and the universal cooldown.
This just all that means is that it's on its own separate cooldown now. That's all it means.
I like this. Adjust the ability cooldown to 6 seconds.
Yeah,
oh wow. Thor gains 1 Thor Force from each hammer throw hit enemy hit. Oh, that's nice. Decreases the throw hit damage from 70 to 45. I mean, but using more. And the return damage from 30 to 20. That's barely whatever.
Yeah.
Decreases the shield value granted consuming Thor Force. Adjust the decreases the so you get less overshield. Adjust the bonus health gained each Thor Force consumed from 100 to 75, and adjust the maximum bonus health from 200. Damn. So okay. I understand what this all means. So basically, here's how this works, okay? Because I am a Thor nigga. So Thor. Yeah. So Thor has this ability called the hammer throw. This shit sucks dick. And the reason why is because it consumes Thor Force. Thor Force is when Thor's moving around, and then you gain Thor Force. You can do various things with that shit, and then you get Awakening Form, runes. This is actually a pretty good ability. This right here is the best ability probably. But Thor has this one dog shit thing called the hammer throw. No one uses the hammer throw. Now you can actually do it in combos, like you do hit, hammer throw, hit. You can do something like that. But because it consumes Thor Force, it's really annoying to use the hammer throw when you're trying to do all this other shit while you're Awakening Form, while you're using your lightning confinement, all sort of bullshit, right? So, but Thor's about managing Thor Force. But it looks like the hammer throw, which is a ability that people don't really use at all, you just now use on a cooldown. So it's like an average universal standard cooldown instead of actually using it with Thor Force hammer. Like I use the hammer, like literally it's like this. You throw the hammer, that's one full Thor Force. Use it again, another Thor Force. Use it again, another Thor Force. And it's like, bro, this hammer kind of sucks because you rather just swing, confinement, and mind you, right? This is very important too. The reason why you want Thor Force is because you want this. You want this.
The wrath of Asgard.
As a Thor player, you really want to use your Awakening Rune, but you can't use it that often if you're always throwing your fucking hammer. That's why Thor is very important. This is why I see a lot of Thor players, they don't use this hammer thing a lot. They really don't, because it's like, what the fuck? Why use the hammer when I want to be able to? Like, I have to wait or do shit in order to make sure I get my Awakening Rune. You see how like it takes its time, and then now I got it. Now I can do it. So that's why I think it's actually very. I actually like this. I like this change for sure, because that hammer throw is like fucking. And mind you, it kind of sucks too. Like the hammer throw is really not that impressive at all. It's really not. But the fact that you can actually do that shit now on a cooldown, that's actually makes his combos way more consistent. Not as frequent, but as consistent, which is nice. And then whenever you use your Awakening Rune, you can see how I get overshields. So I go from 575 to, I go 575 to 700, and then it decays over the course of time too. That's one of Thor's biggest things in a way, because like, you could be, let's say, low HP, and then let's say you're trying to escape. One thing you may do as a Thor player is just go boom, awaken it, and then you actually can escape while also you get overshields and you get more damage too. But they're saying that so you decrease the shield value gain. So as a Thor player now, whenever I use the runes, you decrease the shield value gain when consuming Thor Force. So you get shields when you use Thor Force, right? And then that's gone down. And then also just your maximum health when you also get that health when you also gain that Thor Force too. So it's other things. Question: did it say when you use it goes in a cooldown passive? Yeah. So right here it says universal cooldown. So the hammer throw is getting a 6-second own ability on a universal cooldown. So it just goes down automatically. That's it.
Yeah, the hammer throw is now just a normal ability with a 6-second cooldown.
Right. Honestly, they should do it to 4, but you know, that's fucking you being a bitch right there. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. I like that. See, so I actually prefer this change. Personally speaking, I do want to get more overshields, but it's not necessarily a huge dip. You don't go from 30 to 20. It's not. I mean, you go from 100 to 75, which is like not a huge deal, particularly when you're also getting a lot more hammer throws. So you're kind of, I think it's overall better, but I think they said it in a follow-up thing. The reason why they dropped the bonus health is because if you're able to maximize hammer throw, you'll actually have Thor Force up more often. Exactly. Yes, because you're getting one Thor, so you have to be able to hit the hammers, but you're getting more Thor Force every time you hit your hammer. So you're way more reliant on your hammer throw, which is like crazy. Yeah. But you can't get it done because again, it's only on the 6-second cooldown. So
the adjustment is supposed to allow Thor to compete with Thing now as another like high tier brawler tank. He's just there to stay in the front line and just keep swinging.
Yeah, because the more Thor Force you get, the more you can use your Awakening Rune state. That's pretty much what it is. That's all it boils down to, because you want to be able to use that state a lot. All right, Duelist, Hawkeye. Clint getting a boost on his regular hits. Oh my god, looks like the archer's aim is getting sharper. Increases the base damage of his arrows from 32 to 34. Increases the projectile damage of blast arrow from 15 to 16. Increases the spell field damage from 32 to 34 as well. Increases the maximum focus from 70 to 75. Increases the charge speed when aiming at the enemy from 100 to 108 seconds. That's random. And charge fall off speed. Nigga just got a buff. He just got a fucking flat out buff. He got all minor.
Here's the thing. The only buff that he got amongst all of this is only the third one, because remember, he is no longer an anchor for a team up. So when it says that he does 32 damage, when it says he does 30, so right now he does 32 damage, but with the team up, 10%. So he would actually right now do 35.2. Now he's losing to
okay.
10% and going to 30. So he's still going to do less damage
I
than he's
got you.
doing now.
Now, yeah. I got you.
But they increased it just to compensate for the fact that he is
because he's
losing
no
an
longer
extra
he's no longer
10%.
an anchor team up. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they do that sometimes where you're no longer the anchor. They have to adjust your stuff. Yeah. Okay, makes sense. Okay, that's fair.
The only actual buff that he got is the third line.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. I
Okay.
just realized. I think did you read the second thing for Thor?
Yeah, I did. What do you mean?
The bonus health?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Increases the
I
shield
just-
value gain when consuming Thor force.
All right.
Yeah.
I just thought there'd be more to
So
say
he got
on that.
bonus
'Cause
health
I feel
that was
like he. I mean, yeah. I just feel like he's already had a bit of a problem when it comes to that.
So the reason why this may not necessarily be that big of an issue is because you have the hammer throw now, and the hammer throw, like the most important thing about hammer throw is this line right here. Thor gains 1 Thor force each hammer throw. So that means that every time, I'll show you.
Also,
Every time Thor uses so let's say I use my lightning confinement right here. Boom, lightning confinement. Actually, no. I'm gonna do my swing. So let's say I do Thor dash. That's 1 Thor force. If I hit, that use a Thor force, but now I actually gain a Thor force. So I can do this.
But
so in theory, I can do swing. I can do a hammer throw, and I'll gain Thor force back, and then I can see I can't do it now. But I could go right into my Awakening Rune state immediately, and then I'm at 775 HP. Boom.
Well, right, but I mean, it's actually kind of been a thing that's been going on recently. That like, okay, so yeah, you can enter your Awakening state real quick, but the fact that one of the big problems that he is starting to be noted is the fact that even though you're getting that bonus health, yeah, you're in your Awakening state, but you're just gonna get melted down. But now that you're getting less bonus health, it's going to be even easier now.
No, I mean I think it depends how you play. Because like for example, like okay, look, like in the let me show you in the Awakened state, it depends. But like a lot of times when I use Awakened state, I use it from range. I'm over here, and then you actually get hits from and picks from here. See, like the range is actually insane with this form. It's nuts.
Right.
So, I mean, and then because you're also gaining more Thor force. Every time you, let me see. What's the second? I think it's a.
Don't forget one other thing too. They didn't remove from the hammer throw. The hammer throw, like they didn't say anything. The hammer throw is still going to give you bonus health when you throw it.
Yes. Look how long I have to wait just to fucking get Thor force back, bro. Nah, bro. Hell no. Dude. So I mean, like I understand, like. Survivability wise, because it's only like what 25 HP for the shields. Like I'll take that hit. That's whatever, dude. I personally will take that hit. I will. There's a video on it. Thor low key insane now. Let me see this. Okay.
Oh well, read the wait until you see the other character that has a notable change before you watch that.
Okay, hold on. I see it here though, but I see because I remember seeing this in there. Let me see it. Let me see this real quick. Yeah. Hammer throw. Gain it back. Oh! And oh!
The enemy is here.
Nah, this is a buff, man.
I'm just of the opinion of I'm kind of gonna wait and see it in practice in like actual games. Cause I'm not gonna say it's definitively like worse, but I'm not fully sold on it. Cause like I've seen the video, I've seen all the stuff. It's like I don't know. I just feel like the things that's being altered because of that isn't what Thor was having a problem with necessarily.
Nah, it makes Thor just as brawlier as the Thing, essentially. Because everything depends on Thor's Awakening Rune state. If you can be in that state more often, then Thor becomes a fucking demon. Because I think Thor can like one flurry can like bring a tank from max to half HP.
I mean, I would almost say that there's a lot of Thor. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I've seen a lot of Thor players do fucking dog shit because they tried to use their Awakening too much, and they would actually be better if they weren't using it as often.
No, because the Awakening takes up the runes. That's the thing. Like whenever you awaken, like look, it takes a Thor force. It uses all your Thor force, and then you have to regain it all back. But every time you throw a hammer now, you get one of those hammers. You get one of those Thor forces.
Well, right, but I feel like we're ignoring the element of like whenever you're in your awakening state, you're basically stuck in that. You can't cancel it early, which that is sometimes to a lot of people's detriment.
Yeah, if you know what you're doing. Yeah, sure. Well,
true, but I've seen some disgusting Thors that almost never use their awakening state.
I mean, well, so it kind of depends because again, awakening state is a riskier gambit because you're in that form and you're kind of, and then so whenever you're in your awakening state, you can't do the hammer lunge to get out of danger. That's the thing. Yes, obviously. But I showed you before too that you can use your awakening state and then do lightning volleys from deep range and actually get value from that. So you can do that too. It depends on how you want to play a Thor. Like as a brawler, I think Thor's way more effective now. Because as long as that hammer throw hits, you get one Thor force back.
Because like some of the honestly, some of the best Thors that I have seen personally, obviously I can't say out of everybody, but in like my personal play, some of the best Thors that I've ever seen, what they will do for like 90% of the game is just do the lunge and just push tanks all over the place,
for sure.
Move their positioning, which at the same time will give them a consistent stream of bonus health while also repositioning the tanks on the other team.
That's true, though, albeit that doesn't work with the Thing. All right, like Thing and Emma Frost are actually negated by that because of their diamond form and things. But at the same time, because you have Thor Force now that you use way more often, because man, it was a necessity to do that because his kit, number one, the hammer throw was dog shit, and then number two, it took you too much time to gain a lot of Thor Force back to use Awakening Rune now. But now that every time the hammer throw hits, you gain more Thor Force. So you're actually incentivized way more to use Awakening Rune state.
I mean, we're kind of going in circles at this point, but I mean, it's I'm kind of just like I'm not sold on it yet, but I will wait to see it in practice.
Sure, that's fair.